this was the slaughterhouse?
Yep.
Yeah.
Butchers?
Yep.
Pub? Blacksmiths?
Yeah, blacksmiths, yeah.
Courtyard, and what's that?
There was originally
I think they kept some
pigsties.
pigs there.
And you're a pig farmer?
Yes, yeah.
That's brilliant. There you go. You've brought a bit of the
I'm
countryside
happy.
into
I'm
town,
happy.
mate. Did you ever think that you'd buy something like this to turn into a home?
No.
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 It's funny how life turns out, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a story these buildings have got to tell.
We just got to do them justice.
Paul and Imogen have multiple separate buildings they want to restore and combine into one cohesive home. Pig farmer Paul and wife Imogen bought the whole property for £370,000 after she convinced them to swap the countryside for the town.
It needs a little bit more than a lick of paint, doesn't it?
It's a little lick of paint.
My word.
This would have been the old Tudor pub.
Was it? There's not much in here, is there?
No.
I mean, you've got no floor. A lot of the timber's all knackered. Nothing on the walls, stripped all that back. There's not a lot left, but what is left is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely old medieval beams.
It's fantastic. Look at those margins on there. What are they about?
Also, some say it's to ward off evil spirits, but I like the idea that actually it was the landlord, poker in the fireplace.
Yeah.
He'd wipe the soot off into the beer or whatever on a cold day to warm it up, then back in the fireplace.
However the features were used, parts of the building date back to the 16th century, so this project is going to be more of a restoration than a renovation.
And then in here,
Yes.
oh, this is a great space, isn't it? I love it at this stage, actually, when everything's been stripped out, especially when you're taking the floor out above, because it all looks a bit surreal when you see a kind of floating fireplace
Yeah.
upstairs. What's the space going to be? What's the
A
plan?
library with a secret door there
Yeah.
through into a teenage room. One of the panels just... And they've watched too many James Bond films.
I
and
love that.
They want a secret door. So we're going to have one there through to their teenage room, which will be at the opposite end of the house from us. Probably a good idea.
With so much work to do, I'm curious to know how much time they've planned for the renovation.
We'll be in by May, according to our youngest daughter.
Hang on a second. That's 5.5 months away. Why does she think May?
Because it's her birthday.
Brilliant.
I'd possibly go for about this time next year. Yeah, I think you probably know which one it's going to be.
Even Paul's prediction of 12 months is seriously ambitious for a project of this scale, and I've only seen half the challenge.
What's this going to be?
Dining room in the kitchen through in what was the old slaughterhouse.
Do you know what? Straight away, as soon as you walk in, it feels completely different to all the other buildings, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Everything else is much smaller, more intimate, lower ceiling heights, and you come in here and it's like, bang, loads of space.
So this is going to be a lot more contemporary, but still retain some of the features that are here from the butchers.
We've got lots of old meat hooks. We've got part of what was an old hoist, where they'd hoist the carcasses up.
It kind of seems like the appropriate place to have your kitchen,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The courtyard at the centre of these dreary and dilapidated buildings was an overgrown dumping ground. And although the surrounding properties had hallmarks of their commercial days, they hadn't been in business for nearly a century. Now they've been given a whole new purpose. The blacksmiths, pub and butchers have been restored and beautifully stitched together. But the jewel in the crown has to be the steel and glass two-storey extension.
Oh, my God. That is beautiful.
It's a vast space where old meets new, and the results are magnificent. Imogen and Paul have stayed true to its commercial roots. The exposed beam structure, concrete tiles, and a stainless steel worktop keep its utilitarian feel alive. But playful colours on the columns, sofas, and appliances make this space into a home.
That is brilliant.
Thank you. It's worked out really well. I'm delighted.
You've got all the beautiful timber work, you kept all the hooks.
Yeah.
And to imagine that this was a kind of butchery and slaughterhouse is...
This end was the slaughterhouse, and then that was the butcher's, that side.
I can't believe how much of the original building you've managed to keep. And the rest of the space is amazing. The curve just contrasts massively with everything else. All the rest of the building's all about kind of straight lines and quite abrupt angles. And then you've got this very gentle curve.
Upstairs, the cutting-edge design continues in Paul and Imogen's master bedroom. Sophisticated, minimal and bright, with the panoramic views over the courtyard taking centre stage.
What a posh bedroom you've got. God, it's like being in a luxury hotel up here. My God, you can see the church and everything.
Yeah.
What a beautiful room, though.
Thank you, yeah. It's brilliant. I love it because we've been camping out in the teenage room with a tiny, tiny window, and this just makes such a difference to me. Being able to see outside, and it's just much more relaxing.
Gone are the knackered timbers and dirt floors. The pub section is now a welcoming, homely space. In the library, the floating fireplaces are no more. The space has been transformed with colourful twists, perfectly woven through the original fabric of the building.
Your library is very smart. It's fantastic. And this is all bespoke, all built in.
Yep.
This is a gorgeous room. I love it. And you know what? I've just noticed your tiny little window. How cute is that?
Yeah.
That's part of the old door on the outside.
So when I was outside going door there, door there, door there, door there, it's not actually a functioning door.
No.
No, I didn't pick you up on it, George. But you're right, it doesn't work.
That is a brilliant little touch. Very quirky.
And the surprises don't stop there.
Which one's the secret door?
It's this one here. This just all slides out.
Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant. I love that. After you.
Before, the wash house and blacksmiths was completely derelict. But Paul and Imogen have managed to convert it into a playful and fun space for the kids.
Teenage heaven.
The ultimate teenage heaven, to be honest with you. And I love the way that the fireplace kind of does that and the chimney stack twists and turns up to the top. I mean, structurally, this really needs stitching back together, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You've done a brilliant job.
It's completely changed. I mean, the whole house has, but this room particularly, it was so dark and it felt like an outdoor building. You know, dirt on the floor. We've cleaned up all the bricks because they were just black and there was no light in here. It was just, yeah, felt very damp and cold. And now it's a really inviting space. Not a great bedroom space, but a really cool space for teenagers to hang out.
They're going to hang out here all the time. Yeah. It's a brilliant room and a fantastic bit of restoration. I have to say, you've done a beautiful job.
Thank you.